For years, we were told the universe had a clear story, a beginning, a timeline, a simple cosmic sequence that started with the Big Bang and unfolded step by step into the stars, galaxies, and worlds we see today. But what if that story was only the version we told ourselves because the real one was too strange to accept? Because the James Webb Space Telescope is now seeing things that should not be there. Giant galaxies appearing far too early. Ancient light carrying signs of maturity where only youth should exist. And a growing list of observations so disruptive that some physicists are no longer asking whether our model needs adjustment. They are asking whether we are looking at the remains of something older than our own universe. That is why this warning feels so disturbing. A Nobel Prize winner is not whispering about a minor correction. He is pointing toward a possibility so radical it sounds almost impossible. That our universe may not be unique, may not be the first, and may not even be fully isolated. In that picture, what James Webb is seeing is not just early cosmic history. It may be evidence that something from another cosmic age is still echoing through our sky. The first shock came from the galaxies themselves. Webb looked deep into the ancient universe, into a time only a few 100 million years after the Big Bang, and found objects that looked far too large, far too bright, and far too mature for that stage of cosmic history. Some of them rivaled the size of the Milky Way when the universe should still have been struggling to assemble its earliest structures. That is why astronomers started calling some of these discoveries universe breakers. That phrase matters because it captures the emotional weight of what is happening. These are not small discrepancies. They are cracks in the timeline itself. According to the standard model, there simply should not have been enough ordinary matter gathered quickly enough to build such massive galactic giants so early. But there they are, already luminous, already organized, already old-looking, like opening the first pages of cosmic history and finding entire cities already standing. Webb is forcing scientists to ask whether the beginning of the universe happened very differently from the story we thought we understood. Then came the second blow, the Hubble tension. For decades, cosmology has relied on the Hubble constant to describe how quickly the universe is expanding. On paper, the theoretical value should sit around 67 kilometers per second per megaparsec. But when scientists use real observations such as supernovae, red giant stars, gravitational lensing, and variable stars, they keep getting a higher value, closer to 73. Instead of shrinking, that discrepancy has become harder to ignore. And this is where the idea becomes genuinely unsettling. Because if the predicted universe and the observed universe refuse to match, then maybe the problem is not just a calculation. Maybe the universe is interacting with something beyond our current model. Some researchers are now exploring the possibility that what we call cosmic expansion may be influenced by interactions with other universes, or by our universe being part of a much larger structure. In that kind of picture, space itself is no longer a sealed container. It becomes part of something larger, layered, and interconnected. Suddenly, Roger Penrose's warning stops sounding like poetic speculation and starts sounding like a serious cosmic possibility. As if that were not enough, Webb found another deeply troubling clue in the era known as cosmic reionization. In the early universe, thick hydrogen fog should have trapped ultraviolet radiation, making it impossible for certain kinds of light to travel freely. According to standard models, that fog should have taken much longer to clear. But Webb observed the galaxy Jade's GSZ 13-1, shining only about 330 million years after the Big Bang, and found something astonishing: strong Lyman alpha radiation escaping from it. That should not have been possible so early. The implications are huge. It means either the cosmic fog cleared much earlier than expected, or the first galaxies were far more powerful, far more disruptive, and far more efficient at transforming the young universe than our models predicted. Researchers found that this galaxy had carved out an enormous ionized bubble around itself, stretching roughly 650,000 light-years in every direction. That is not a minor detail. That is the kind of discovery that forces scientists to consider whether the universe's earliest chapters were not only faster and stranger than expected, but perhaps shaped by processes we still do not understand. This is where the story crosses into truly unsettling territory. Sir Roger Penrose argues that the universe may not be a one-time event at all. In his view, what we call the Big Bang may have been a bridge from a previous cosmic age into ours, part of an endless cycle of death and rebirth he calls successive eons. In that framework, the universe expands. Matter ultimately dissolves into pure radiation, and that stretched-out future becomes the birth condition of the next universe. But Penrose goes further than theory. He argues that evidence from a previous universe may already be visible in our own sky, hidden inside the cosmic microwave background. He and his collaborators identified unusual circular hotspots, patterns he interprets as Hawking points, the leftover traces of supermassive black holes from a previous cosmic era, evaporating through Hawking radiation and leaving faint imprints that survive into our universe. Not everyone agrees with him, of course. Many remain skeptical. But that is exactly what makes this so fascinating. Because James Webb is now revealing a cosmos so strange, so early, and so difficult to reconcile with the standard picture that Penrose's once outrageous idea no longer feels easy to dismiss. One of the most unsettling implications of Webb's discoveries is not just that early galaxies exist, but that they seem to have matured with impossible speed. In the standard picture, the first few 100 million years of cosmic history should have been slow, uneven, and chaotic, with matter only gradually assembling into larger structures. But what Webb is revealing looks very different. Instead of cosmic infancy, we are seeing signs of rapid organization, heavy star formation, and large-scale structure appearing almost as if the universe skipped part of its own childhood. That matters because speed changes interpretation. If the young universe built these systems far faster than expected, then either our understanding of early physics is incomplete, or the conditions at the beginning were not what we thought they were. Like arriving at an archaeological site from the supposed dawn of civilization and finding monuments already standing, the problem is not just that something exists, it is that it exists too soon. And once too soon becomes the repeated theme of observation after observation, the possibility of a deeper hidden framework starts to feel much harder to avoid. If Roger Penrose is right, then the sky is not just showing us the story of our universe. It may be showing us damage carried over from something older. That is why his work on the cosmic microwave background feels so unsettling. This faint radiation, usually treated as the afterglow of the Big Bang, may contain more than thermal history. Penrose argues that some unusual patterns inside it, especially circular features and concentrated hotspots, could be relic signatures from violent events that happened before our universe began in the conventional sense. That is a terrifying idea once you really sit with it, because it means the oldest light in our universe may not be entirely ours. It may contain the fingerprints of black holes, structures, or energy releases from a previous cosmic era. Like inheriting a house and discovering burn marks beneath the wallpaper from a fire that happened before you were born, the background of our sky may be carrying scars from another age of existence. And if that is true, then James Webb's strange galaxies are not isolated problems. They may be part of a much bigger pattern pointing toward a universe with memory. This is where the whole story becomes genuinely destabilizing. Most people are taught to think of the Big Bang as the first moment, the absolute origin, the place where everything began and before which there was nothing meaningful to talk about. But if Penrose's cyclic model has any truth to it, then the Big Bang may not have been the beginning at all. It may have been a transition, a threshold, a handoff between one cosmic age and the next. That changes everything. Because a doorway is not the same thing as a creation. A doorway implies continuity. It implies something before, something after, and a hidden structure connecting the two. In that picture, our universe stops looking like a one-time miracle and starts looking like one chapter in a much longer sequence. Like waking up in a room and realizing the locked door behind you was never a wall, humanity may have mistaken the edge of its visible history for the edge of reality itself. And now, with Webb showing a cosmos that looks too mature, too fast, and too strange, that locked door is beginning to look less secure than ever. What makes this moment so powerful is that Webb is not just creating one anomaly. It is creating a climate of anomaly. Early giant galaxies, expansion tensions, reionization happening too soon, patterns in the cosmic background that may not fit comfortably inside the usual story. Each one can be debated on its own, yes, But together they create a much darker intellectual pressure. They push science toward a question it has always tried to keep at arm's length. What if one universe is not enough to explain what we are seeing? And that is why the warning feels so serious. Not because anyone has already proved beyond doubt that another universe exists, but because the old picture is under strain from too many directions at once. Webb may have been built to refine cosmology, but instead it may be expanding the frame entirely. Like a microscope that unexpectedly reveals another layer of life beneath the one you were studying, the telescope may be pushing us toward a reality where our universe is not alone, not first, and not fully sealed off from what came before. For generations, humanity believed the universe had a clean story, a beginning, a timeline, a simple expansion from chaos into order. It was not a perfect story, but it was stable enough to trust. Then James Webb looked deeper than any telescope before it and began finding things that should not have been there so soon. Giant galaxies, impossible maturity, light breaking through the cosmic fog too early, and a cosmos that seems far less obedient to our old models than we ever expected. That is what makes this warning so unsettling. Not one strange image, not one awkward discrepancy, but a pattern. A universe that appears to have grown up too fast. An expansion rate that no longer fits comfortably into one clean equation. A cosmic microwave background that may carry structures some believe are not random at all, but remnants, scars, fingerprints, whispers from something that came before. And once all of that is placed side by side, the old picture starts to feel less like truth and more like a draft. Maybe that is the real terror hidden inside this story. Not simply that our universe is stranger than we thought, but that it may not be alone, not be first, and not be sealed off from what came before it. If Roger Penrose is even partly right, then the Big Bang was not the absolute beginning. It was a threshold, a handoff, a cosmic doorway through which the remains of an earlier universe may still be leaking into our own sky. And if James Webb is now uncovering signs that the earliest chapters of our cosmos were shaped by something older, then we are no longer just studying astronomy. We are studying inheritance. So now the question is no longer whether James Webb saw strange things. The real question is this: if those strange things are the leftovers of another universe, what else in our sky was never really ours to begin with? If you enjoyed this video, drop your theory in the comments below. Do you think Webb is really exposing evidence of a previous cosmos? Or are these only the first cracks in a much larger mystery we still do not know how to read? And subscribe, because if the universe is leaving behind echoes from something older than itself, then what comes next may change everything we think we know about reality.